Welcome to this new video on Forza Horizon 6, in which I'm bringing you some gameplay with the new 2023 Audi R8. This is a new paid DLC car, since this vehicle was purchased in the game on June 18, 2026 through the Car Pass system. We're going to test this car, and there's a lot to say about it. Both positive things. You'll see that when it comes to car upgrades, they've actually given us a lot of opportunities with this one. On one hand, that's cool, but on the other hand, this car still raises quite a few questions. When it comes to Forza Horizon 6, it raises an issue I had already noticed in that game. I'm not the only one who noticed it, and I hope, it won't spread too much to other cars that will come to the game later. We'll discuss all that while we wait for new gameplay with the 2023 Audi R8. A car that has a big difference compared to traditional Audi R8s is that most R8s, even though it's not the case for all of them, are all-wheel drive cars, but this one is rear-wheel drive. So, it's a car that's going to be a bit more radical, a bit more playful to drive, that might drift a bit more too, and that will have some advantages. Because it's rear-wheel drive, especially since it's lighter, it's 100 kilos lighter than the all-wheel drive R8, and as a result, it also has more of a race car feeling. The car has a more aggressive, more instinctive, and really much more agile handling. So that's definitely a good point. It might also be because this car has a special body kit. Maybe you'll see it in these shots, maybe you'll see it better when it's in the garage. But it has a specific diffuser. At the back, it has a slightly more elaborate spoiler than a regular R8. And at the front, it also has small double splitters, whereas on the regular version of the Audi R8, well, there's only one, just one small splitter. So, at first glance, it's a pretty nice car. It also has some nice little details inside, like for example the camera on the steering wheel, some carbon on the door tops, and thin red stripes running through the car's interior. And also on the dashboard, like other Audi models. In the game, there's a small G-force meter that simply shows, with a little white dot there, on the gray circle, the forces that the car, let's say, experiences in the corners when you turn, but also when you brake or when you accelerate. So the lateral and vertical Gs, which are actually pretty nice. So honestly, this is a car that, at its core, there really isn't much negative to say about it, especially since, as you'll see, it offers quite a few improvements. So, as I was saying about the upgrades, they really had some fun with this one because, originally, this car comes with a naturally aspirated V10 that puts out 610 horsepower, so that's already a good amount of power. It's a car with an engine that's already upgradable, and as you'll see, we can equip it with twin turbos, which will allow us to get some pretty impressive power out of it. So, I haven't tested everything on it yet, I just know there are some pretty nice surprises. Now, when it comes to upgrading this car, fully upgraded, without a swap and with the twin turbo, the car puts out just under 1,000 horsepower, 999 horsepower to be exact. And that's where things start to get interesting. What they've done is allow you to swap the 5-liter V10 engine in this car for another 5-liter V10 engine. Point 2, which, if I'm not mistaken, should be the versions that are used in the racing Audis. I think it's the engine from the Audi R8 LMS, so it's going to have less torque and rev higher, with a more metallic, higher-pitched sound. And above all, the advantage of this engine, this particular engine, compared to the standard V10 engine of this R8 GT, is that the torque comes in much later. So, we have a car that will have to rev higher to accelerate, and that will allow you to accelerate much harder out of corners without losing grip. So that's a nice little feature. Third available engine, another 5.2-liter V10. Yes, it never ends. This one is a bit less powerful, so I think this engine must come either from the first Audi R8 V10s or from Lamborghini. Anyway, it's the same engine. You know, in the Huracan and the R8, they're literally the same. So, are we going to have more power here? Apparently not. 897 horsepower. And if we want even more, we can actually switch to the racing V12, and in that case, well, we're completely changing the engine. We're moving to a Ferrari engine, the one from the Ferrari F50 GT, and this engine easily exceeds 1,000 horsepower. So if you want a 1,000 horsepower R8, well, you can either keep the stock engine, which is actually cool since the stock engine is one of the best available for this car, or you can swap it, install the Ferrari engine, and make yourself an R8 V12 with 1,200 horsepower. Now, where this car has a problem is that it's still a car for lazy people. What I mean by that is, well, if you look at the customizations, you'll notice they're exactly the same as the ones available on the 2020 Audi R8, the one that's available for free in the game. You probably didn't even notice, but I actually switched cars just now. Here, this is the 2020 Audi R8. There's so little difference with the 2023 R8, it's really just copy-paste. The only changes in the customizations are the missing front splitter and lack of a big rear diffuser. Even for the swaps, they're exactly the same as on the regular Audi R8 V10 Performance. The new generation R8 is only slightly more powerful than the previous generation, and that's because this one has 60 more horsepowers. Interestingly, the all-wheel drive version is actually lighter than the upgraded rear-wheel drive version. And the free version, so the one from the previous generation that everyone has, well, it has the best launch. That's it. The best acceleration, the best off-road, and the best speed. So, actually, technically, the R8 that's already in the base game looks almost identical to the new one that was just added to the game, with only 2 or 3 tiny details being different. And on top of that, most of the time, it will perform better. Knowing that, in addition, the Forza Horizon 6 meta makes rear-wheel drives in S2, for example, almost unplayable. So honestly, I think the R8 2023 is a good car. Like I was saying, since it's rear-wheel drive and has 1,000 horsepower, it's going to be harder to handle when accelerating again compared to an all-wheel drive version. The car itself isn't bad, and it's cool to see them gradually adding more models. But what's still annoying is that, at a stretch, I would have understood if this car was just a regular update car, but it's a paid car from the Car Pass. Even though it's literally 95%. The same 3D model with the same swaps, with the same upgrades, the same customizations, for pretty much the same overall performance, with about the same interior view. I think it's a bit much to make this kind of content paid content, because honestly there are hundreds of car models that would deserve their place in the Car Pass. There are hundreds of models we've never had in Forza that would deserve to be added to the game. Well, there you go. Forza Horizon 6 has only been out for about a month. Now, I'm not here to criticize Forza Horizon 6, I actually think that overall, it's one of the best Forza games. But it's true that the game has only been out for a month and the recycling is already in full swing. We have this car that reuses almost everything from the old R8. On top of that, we have a Season 2 where half of the new cars are just recycled from Season 1. And even in Season 1, I had already noticed this problem with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8, I think. Or 9, I can't remember. We compared the two, the Evo 8 and the Evo 9. The Evo 8, which was in the regular dealership and that everyone could buy, was exactly the same car. Exactly. Like really, the only thing that changed was just 2 or 3 badges on the car and that's it, with exactly the same little bodywork. And in the end, if I'm not mistaken, an Evo 8 was even more powerful than the Evo 9 with the improvements. So, I think it's a bit of a shame because honestly, Horizon 6, I think it's a game with incredible potential. I think it's a game that can literally be, and I think will be, one of the biggest racing games of all time. But I think it's a shame to have rushed the release of Forza Horizon 6 so early just to avoid the release of GTA 6, for example. If it's just to get hit with 2 or 3 months of new free and paid content, well, in the end, it's still just recycled content. It's a shame, especially since many highly requested and well-known models have been eagerly awaited in the game for a long time. Yet we still don't have them. And it would have been great to take advantage of the release of Forza Horizon 6, that moment when the game is really ultra-popular, to really capitalize on it and use the opportunity to add things that are really highly anticipated, actually. So, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me or not at all? You have every right to think that this car is an amazing addition, and that it's not a lame thing at all. Please like this video to help my channel grow. Your support is appreciated and motivates future content. You can subscribe to stay updated on my future content about this and other games. Also, follow me on Twitch for regular live streams. We play Far Cry 6 multiplayer with viewers twice a week, and I'm planning something special for next Tuesday or Wednesday night. We're planning something fun with the community, so don't hesitate to come follow me on Twitch, to subscribe to support my channel, and don't forget that under this video, you'll find my instant gaming link, which lets you buy your games cheaper while giving a little boost to my channel. Thanks everyone, see you soon for a new video. Bye!